Hi. It's autumn time here in Russia, but nice sunny day, except that cloud. But it will. I hope it will move soon. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing my routine, and I decided to make my videos, during my routine because I was thinking maybe to edit videos and structure it, but sorry guys, I have no time. And if I try to edit and structure it, I will postpone it every day, and I will never make that video because a lot of routine work. But information I'm going to provide you is very important. So, what the problem? What the problem? I'm going to talk about Russian land law, which is very complicated. And I understand Russian land law well. Yes, I do farming, but I have degree of law, Russian degree of law, and also Australian degree in urban and environmental planning. But it's not about degrees. It's a lot of self-study. It's a lot of self-study and critical analysis. So a little bit background information. In the past, Russian people wanted to move. In the past and now, wanted to move to the west, yeah, for a better life. But we never saw the opposite. We never saw Western people moving to Russia. But now the situation has changed, and I'm not saying it's like a strong trend, but you can see significant number of foreigners who move to Russia, especially who want to create a farm, homestead, and they sell their farms in Australia, America, and buy land here and build house. And here's the problem. Look, the title is not clickbait, just a little bit. Land in Russia has different categories, like residential, agricultural, and you can buy a house. You can buy land with house, or you can buy a land without house, but where you are allowed to build a house. But it's called residential. In Russian, it's IЖS. But the problem is that the land for such houses has very small size. Very small size. Oh wait. Very small size. It's I think it's 0.01 hectare. So it's really tiny. It's really tiny. You can't do farming or agriculture. I'm doing it with one hand. You can't do farming or agriculture. Look at this pasture here. They are I have number of geese. It's not very big, not very large, but they already destroyed the grass here. So you need a land size for farming and agriculture, but land where you can build a house is too tiny. It's just too tiny. So you need bigger land for farming, right? And it's called agricultural land. It can be 30 hectares, 50 hectares, 1,000 hectares, sometimes more. But you can't build a house there. In many cases. Russia is a federation, and there is federal government, local government, federal law, and local law. And a few years ago, they made a law, federal law, saying farmers can build a house on agricultural land. And they advertise it everywhere. So even people who are not related to land at all was saying to me, "Oh, do you know now farmers can build a house on agricultural land? Did you know that?" So everybody heard about that. This is what government wanted us to hear. That message. We do everything to you. Law is becoming better. But people didn't pay attention to the details. And the details in that law say local government decide if it's allowed or not for each district. And some states here in Russia, they just listed all the districts. So it's like it's not working. There is law and there is no law. Just a trick. And the reasoning they're providing why they do this. Oh, it's because we want to protect land. Agricultural land is very important, blah, blah, blah. We have to protect it. But even in federal law, it says house cannot be more than 2% of entire land. 2%. You imagine if a farmer lives there and does agriculture, like house takes 2%, but the farmer, cultivates, the rest, producing agricultural goods from the rest of that, using the rest of that land. So it doesn't make any sense. Land here in Russia gets overgrown land. I probably will make another video, about overgrown land. It's very hard and very expensive to clear that land. Very expensive and very hard to clear that land, and very likely it will never be agricultural. It will continue to overgrown, and nobody will do any farming there. So this is what's going on. The problem here is, it's not easy to find that information. Which districts in which states don't allow that farmer's house. If you Google, you will find something, but very likely it's not like up-to-date information. Very likely it's outdated. Because the other problem is that it changes every day. And they add more and more districts to the list. There is no centralized list for that. You have to go to websites, for each local government authorities, and check all the documents. Sometimes you have to go to district's website. It's not easy to find there. It's not easy to find. So you see what I mean? These two things, they don't match. Like house with tiny piece of land or big piece of land without a house. These two things don't match. It's just ridiculous. And land law here in Russia is very complicated. But the other problem is why people do this make these mistakes, because they have a dream. Oh, it's Scrooge. Hi, Scrooge. They have a dream, and they look for land, and then finally they find the land, and they see how beautiful it is, and they think, oh wow, I'm going to build a house there. It's going to be a perfect farm. I will do this I will build here, they have dream, and they don't want to deal with with problems someone bring them up, they already live in their dream. And in Russia, local government authorities come, or federal agency, and they take you to court, and court decides, court makes you demolish that house at your expenses. So it's not fun, yeah? So please be careful. It's a first video It's the first video I'm doing about that topic, and I just I'm not making any money. Monetization here in Russia on YouTube is not working. The reason I decided to do those videos is just for networking, and I want to prevent you from mistakes, because look, it may ruin your life. It may ruin your life. You can sell property or farm in Australia or England, United States, whatever, and then you invest money here in Russia. Buy land, build a house, and then you're in trouble. It may just ruin your life. All your savings may be gone. And I see lot of videos, lot of enthusiasm about moving to Russia and creating homestead here. And look, I'm not against this, but I just want to warn you. Here in Russia we have a lot of course decisions, about demolishing houses, about stating that it's illegal building there, illegal house, which must be demolished. We have here in Russia, it's like a sect. They called Anastasiцы. It's one dude wrote a book about a girl named Anastasia, and it's like a fairy tale, and followers of that Anastasia are called Anastasiцы here in Russia, and they believe that squirrels, like nature, will help them, will take care of them. Squirrels will bring some nuts, to feed them. Bears will look after their children, stuff like that. It's like adult people, and they believe in fairy tales, and they believe that you must get 1 hectare land, or buy 1 hectare land, build a house. Mostly they're vegetarians. Yeah. And look, 1 hectare, it's more than I mentioned you before. It's more than those pieces of land for residential housing. And they all, no, not all, can't say all, but a lot of them build houses on agricultural land, and they had a lot of courts, and I think they're all lost, from what I know. Because look, there are controversial situations, right? Where you have chances to win. Here in Russia, when court makes decision, it's not according to law. Yes, law is important, but also important, it's like inner beliefs of the judge. And if the judge understands your situation or the judge believes you, uh, it will be one decision. If judge doesn't believe you, it's going to be other decision. So like basically similar situations, yeah, but context a little bit different, and decisions can be very different. But with the houses on agricultural land is more like it's like less questionable. It's usually people lose. So please be careful. um, I'm going to make some other parts about like Russian land law and farming in Russian problems and how to check that land before you buy and all other stuff. You like you can ask me any questions. If I know, I will answer all your questions. Okay. God bless you.